like, I'm actually mad in general on actually, since we're doing the pod, I was mad because I wanted to come on late, like late, because you guys are always fucking late. And even still, with me being like mad late, like I literally only signed in 2, maybe 3 minutes before the pod jumped off. That's late for me. And I'm still not the last person in. That's with it.
That's why I'm mad with it. That's why I'm mad with it. Spit out the trash with it. Whatever you want, whatever you need.
Can't be on time.
That's why I'm mad with it. That's why I'm mad with it. That's where I'm at. Okay, you chasing clout? Oh no way, your shit turn.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Ima Get In Trouble podcast.
Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad.
Terrence is pissed off and has been cussing us out for the last 2 minutes.
Terrence is just angry today. Terrence is always angry, but I'm definitely angry today.
I logged in. I was logged in, and I was like, "Oh, let me just go do some shit."
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't realize it was 6 o'clock until my phone was like, "Hey, you're supposed to be on the pod in 3 minutes."
Dude, that was a fiasco today that I feel dumber for having been a part of.
That was Lloyd, man. That was all Lloyd, bro.
No, that
was all Lloyd.
No,
I asked 6 p.m. That was all I asked.
No, wait a minute. Here's the thing. Lloyd came out and even said 6. And then when I asked time zones, he said, I assume everybody's speaking in their own, which would mean that Lloyd was suggesting 6 his time.
No.
That's why I said it was Lloyd. It wasn't me. That's all I said.
You started with 6 and you go 6 Eastern. And I was like, I'm assuming he was speaking in his own time zone, which means 6, which means 3 p.m. my time. That means it's 4 p.m. your time, which means it's 6 p.m. his time.
Yeah.
Terrence is only an hour behind me, though.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that fucking time thing is,
You're the one that's all the way back there,
this
bro.
This is why this is a fiasco. Okay,
I'm not saying
we need to agree upon whatever time we start speaking in. We need to just set a time. I don't give a shit if we go like Greenwich Mean Time.
Maritime law.
Set a fucking standardized time.
No,
just at 7, we know what the fuck we mean.
Just put EST, PST, or whatever the fuck you are.
Thank you. That would solve 90% of it, which would be Eddie Liles.
Yes,
Eddie Liles. If you would
please
put, EST on the end of your time. As I just sitting here. Oh, what time do you guys want to go? 5, 6, 7. No. Time.
Don't give us multiple choice.
I'm gonna Get In Trouble podcast with your boy Eddie Liles. Terrence G is in the building. Lloyd Lee got off from work. This is one of those days where people are just going to yell for no fucking reason because nobody put up topics.
I think your microphone's off, bro.
No, I have a topic. I actually wanted to do it. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this organic because it kind of made me laugh. I was just sitting here bullshitting, brushing my teeth because I got stuff to do after this, but I was brushing my teeth and everything, and it made me laugh. We're getting to that point where we are getting haters. Now, that's not mean like, oh, haters. I'm making it up for the sake of making it up and making it sound cool. We're legitimately getting them. You can check out randomly, very lightly. We get a couple of people that comment something that's hateful.
Yeah, there's something going on with your mic.
Yeah, something happened with your mic there, Eddie. Okay,
yeah,
so
he's gonna work on that.
Yeah, so you can see our page based on some of the comments that we have. We have a couple of people that's made disparaging remarks periodically, not, steady stream of, but we do have haters. And then I kind of got to thinking about how it was handled differently because Eddie commented on one, and Eddie didn't even comment from the podcast page. Eddie commented from his personal Facebook page.
What I do? I didn't do nothing.
So the fact that Eddie commented from his personal page on the podcast page, as opposed to commenting from the podcast, is one thing. I commented from the podcast page is another. But I just started thinking about it. I was like, damn, we all handle this differently. Because I know Lloyd's the older guy. Lloyd's like, I'm stoic. I'm not. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for
have
coming.
A magical day.
Enjoy your day.
I'm the youngest.
Not worth my time.
I'm the youngest. I'm
by
the youngest out of this.
By like 3 months.
Don't
Eddie Eddie goes full steam ahead. Like you be like, Eddie, I think your shirt was off. Like, and he's like, fuck your mother, right? Like Eddie goes
like straight to the top,
right? Which, and I kind of ride that line in the middle. Like some days I'm like, hey, thanks, bye, and then others I'm like, oh, it's time to get petty. It's time to get real fucking petty.
Hour of research going through their page.
Why are we the way that we are, gentlemen?
Because I mean, listen, I told you I don't like bullies. That's why, like, when everybody's like, Eddie's a bully, I'm like, no, the fuck I'm not, because I don't like bullies. That's one. Two, I don't like when motherfuckers always try to like chime in when they don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't like. So yeah, I like to put people in their place right when I get a chance. It does backfire though, like, you know what I'm saying? Because then you just look like the angry comic.
I know for a fact there's nothing more infuriating than just yelling aimlessly into the abyss at a recording, like while you're on hold, and they're like, "Hey, your call is really important to us. We appreciate you," and you're just screaming profanities to yourself. And that's the environment that I want to create for somebody, where it's like, "Hey, Lloyd doesn't know what he's talking about. Hey, thanks for the comment. We appreciate you. God bless." And they go, "That's all they say. They always say that shit."
And that's the thing, right? Like I actually respect and I appreciate and understand both sides, and that's why I ride in the middle. I kind of want to like strive to be like a Lloyd and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go God mode and not even give you like the dignity of even like a remotely sincere response. You get like a canned answer, basically. It's not even a hand signed letter. That shit is like screen printed on with a photocopy.
Well, no, I copy and pasted it. I copy and pasted it just for the sheer fuck you.
No, you remember Tropical Thunder with Tom Cruise character where he's like scorched earth motherfucker? Like that's me, bro. I want scorched earth. I will massacre you.
That's why I said like I understand that. So like Eddie, you and I've never really talked about it. We can talk about it at a later time, but there's that video that I was in that went viral a while back because old girl jumped up on stage. Yeah. Right. And it was one of those things is people like, oh, you should handle this. You should have done this. You should have done that. And it's like, none of that stuff doesn't fucking go through your mind. But that's almost when keeping it real goes wrong. Have you guys had some keeping it real goes wrong moments when the hecklers hit you? Tell me about that shit, fellas.
I've never had a heckler situation go wrong. So I couldn't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody is stupid enough to jump on stage with me.
Because you're 6'30" and you look like
no, because you know why? Because big dudes don't fuck with big dudes. That's why.
Right.
It's only small people, and then small people, like even if they want to be brave, they don't want to take that chance that I'm a big dude that actually knows how to do something. So it's
more
like
often than not.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a fine line. You can be like, I'm funny enough where I don't invite hecklers, but I'm not too hilarious where I invite hecklers. I'm somewhere in the middle where I'm just entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I engage audiences. That's why the podcast show is always something that was easy for us because I already engage audience. I already talk to people. You know what I'm saying? While I'm on stage, so it's like. If you talk to me, I know most of my jokes if I'm getting paid for it, I know most of my jokes so well in and out that I can stop and then engage and then pick up somewhere else. And if I can't, then I address it and I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
I come from kind of that background where you go into the crowd and you make it a conversation and you know that you ask the questions, you've heard all of the answers too. And so I make it so conversational where everyone thinks that like, oh, at any point in time, I'm going to get my chance to talk, and it doesn't work out that way. But,
see, that's where
conversational.
That's where I know I fuck up. And I was thinking about this the other day. That's where I know I fuck up. In the fact that I talk to strangers the way I talk to people I like up front. Like if I go to Applebee's or Chili's or whatever restaurant and the waitress comes up or waiter comes up and he says something, I'm gonna give him shit. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna do something that's kind of just yanking his chain. It'll be a little bit of back and forth. I do that with everybody, but not everybody is willing to play all the time. Is what I've realized.
Nah, I mean, but if you joke, Lawrence Owens told me this a long time ago. Everywhere is a stage. right?
Yes. Yeah,
so
facts.
so like, I get in trouble, especially I get in trouble a lot when I go out by friends and family because everybody's like, "Yo, can you just turn the comedy part off?" Like, and I'm like,
I can't.
No.
It's there. They don't understand it, Eddie. Yes, you're right.
But it's more or less like I'm becoming more. Every day, every time I hit the stage, I'm becoming more and more the same person on stage that I am off stage. And
you're finding your voice.
And that shit is not okay because I've literally said some really inappropriate shit at the worst fucking times. Like I don't care. Like
I think that
you're ascending, Eddie, and that's
where you want to be. I don't know what that is. What is that, Terrence?
I'm doing celebratory air humps. That's what us white people do. What the fuck? Come on, Eddie. Or Lloyd.
Did you not know where your hips are? That just looked like you were just moving your shoulders. Is that how you fuck? Is that how you fuck? Just move your shoulders?
That shit looked like he was doing the bounce. Like he was doing a Diddy bounce.
Bro, are we going to go there, fellas? We're going to go there. All right. So since we're going to take this detour, you meet hook your lady up underneath at the shoulders just like this. You don't even need to hump. You just – my shoulders can do this all day. Chin-ups for days.
As the Murray.
I don't know how you do chin-ups, but I'm pretty sure. Like,
do you see how red his face got though? Like he's so happy right now.
And you do chin-ups very not the way everybody else does it. I'm assuming
same way. Like my gym form way. And my fuck form on chin-ups.
Are you one of those people that push the sled? You push the sled and you push the arc of your back so you can fucking get your hump. Yeah, oh my god!
I give it that extra half-inch every woman wants.
You ever see the motherfuckers who put like 50-inch plates on themselves and then they sit between the benches and they like do the little thrust? So it's like shut the fuck up.
Hey, Eddie, that's actually called a glute bridge that works on your butt muscles. You would know that if you were trying to get in shape enough to power fuck your woman.
How do you know about that when you don't know where your hips are? You don't know how to engage your hip movement.
I'm 300 pounds, baby. I can do that already.
It's not that I don't know how to
I just lift up and drop.
It's not that I don't know how to engage the hips. It's that the hips get fatigued a little bit earlier. But this is the trade-off because that's what I can do is as the hips get tired from that you can't really see, like I've got it. The peen don't move too much down this way.
God.
But then when that gets tired, then it's black up.
See, all I do is engage the hips. When I'm fucking, like, you can't even tell my hips are moving. Why? Because it doesn't even look like it's connected. I'm just sitting here like this, like, I'm doing all of the work.
Lloyd, stop telling people your penis size, Lloyd.
I'm getting in trouble. It's small Asian penis size. That's why.
Stop telling people.
I'm just saying, too easy. You don't understand the throw. You don't understand the throw, the range that I got on my hips. My hips got range.
What he said, it doesn't even look like I'm moving.
From the top up?
Oh my god.
From the top up?
Man.
Oh yeah. Like it looks like a chicken with the head just moves and the body don't move. It's the reverse. My whole body moves. My head don't move.
Loy is saying his tiny little 40-year-old Chinese man hips are like ellipticals.
Yep. I got.
Oh my god.
He's like a sexually like
a camera gimbal. I got steady cam on this shit. Just like this whole steady cam up in this bitch.
The bottom part of those old wooden horse rockers.
Like if you look like half of me, you're like, oh, which half? The top half, like, are you doing anything? The bottom half is like, oh my god, are you bringing out to a sweat?
Meanwhile, we got Eddie. Eddie's got to be like, Will, hold up. Let me pull this up right quick. Wow.
No, I don't.
He just atomic bombing, just drop him on there, pick him up, drop it off.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I literally was so off to the side. I was like looking. Netflix Explained came back out. Did y'all see that?
No.
I know what it is.
Yeah, so Netflix Explained is like they just talk about random shit, but they explain it all the way through.
Sure.
It's a dope ass series. But they were talking about diets, and I was like, I really do need to go back on a fucking diet. But
thumbs down.
Yeah.
If for nothing else, your sexual endurance can go up.
Okay, thanks.
Because then you can.
Terrence, what the fuck is with this?
He's going
shoulders?
For distance. He's going for speed.
I told y'all if we were gonna go down this path,
all alone.
He was gonna get derailed.
He's all alone in the time of me. No, that shit literally. You ever see the pornos
like
where they be fucking the little the doll butt? That's what Terrence look like he's doing right now. He fucking the little plastic doll butt.
Ass plates, everybody. 20%.
I'm eating those cheeks too, baby.
Oh, we got off.
Ass plates went out of business,
rails.
bro. I think Ass plates went out of business, bro. I haven't seen anything from them in a lot.
You can say that it bottomed out.
It had a hole in the concept. That's what it had.
The whole concept failed.
The whole concept failed. Jesus Christ. That shit was a good plate, though. I liked them. All right. What do we got, man? What do we got? Did y'all talk about Victoria's Secret Karen last week?
No, let's go with it. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. That was wild.
Did you not see it, Terrence?
No, because
your racial counterpart?
No, I have been unplugged for the last few days with family. And enjoying things. So getting back today. Got my workout in, was feeling great, still feeling great. I've been unplugged, man.
I feel like Terrence is trying to pull away from this Victoria's Secret Karen. Like he told us about his family.
I genuinely have no idea what it is.
All right, so Victoria's Secret Karen. I can't even say it all the way.
When did this happen?
Victoria's Secret Karen. I think like 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
Okay.
It was a while. It was at least 2 weeks ago. Some lady is in a Victoria's Secret. Another girl, a black girl, is doing something on one of the display cases. The girl steps in front of her. She says, "Hey, say excuse me." It turns into a big ass scene. Cool. But when it goes into this scene, this lady just starts fucking crying on the floor. Hysterically crying, right? And so the black girl pulls out her camera and starts taping her. So she has a mental breakdown and is like, "Stop taping me. She's taping me." The white girl goes to hit the black chick and then falls back and is like, "She hit me. She hit me." But the black chick has been taping the entire time. So she starts chasing her around the fucking Victoria's Secret store. Yep. And then the fucking security comes in and was like, well, she was like, "Yo, listen, like they called you because this white lady kept chasing me around." And he didn't like go find the white lady. He just sat there and tried to like talk to the black chick who was like, "Yo, I'm chill. Like, just go get her. Like, go get her. Like, why are you talking to me right now?" Like the shit was so. Yeah, are you watching it? You're on mute.
No, he's on mute.
I am as you were. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah. It's a 12-minute video though. Is it 15, Lloyd? I think it's
long.
15. It's long as fuck.
I didn't even see the police part. I saw all I thought was like, she is committed to this bit and she is going through the roof and she is not letting this go.
She won't let it go. She wouldn't let it go. She just kept. She was like, "Oh my god! Like, tell her stop taping me."
What if
it was fucking crazy?
This was the greatest episode of Punk'd of all time.
The cop isn't even a cop. He's actually her partner. Like
it's the new Ashton Kutcher.
I was about to say that's the new level of Punk'd. Is like they're gonna let the whole thing go viral and like ruin people's lives and reputations. And
that's
then
some Jimmy Kimmel shit. Yeah, that's some Jimmy Kimmel shit right there.
You know, when we see
these fucking cunt.
When we see these videos, and it's like I don't even like, especially when there's like nobody around. So maybe a little bit different, but like then the park and like, "Oh my god, he hit me!" Like,
that Amy Cooper winch.
Yeah, where you sit there and go like, "Wow."
That was her name.
No, the one in the park.
The dog.
It was Christian Anderson. Yeah, Christian Anderson was the dude that was the bird watcher, and her name was Amy Cooper, right? I think
her name is Karen. Anyway,
in the moment, I'm so impressed with how they actually go through the act out. Like, oh my god, like, and they'll fall on the ground or whatever, and it's like there's nobody there watching. Like, you don't realize you're being recorded, but yet you're gonna go through all of the actions as if everyone's watching, which blows my mind.
Facts.
Well, and she had an audience in the Victoria's Secret because. It was like the workers there were trying to get like the chick who was taping it. She was like, "No, I'm not going to stop taping. Like this is for my safety at this point. Like I'm not about to stop taping." And then this bitch, when I roll out, this bitch starts saying beating me up or saying I did some shit to her. Like, nah, I'm going to tape the entire drink.
I swear, man. Like I hate getting political. I really do. But I'm going to get a little political here and say,
okay, here we go.
I feel like this is some like left liberal white women shit, man. Like,
no, it's some scary white women shit. Nigga,
it's left
it's not
liberal
political.
white women shit that would sit here and be like, I would bet somebody like Chelsea Handler would be like that, right? Like somebody who would sit here and say, I had to remind him that he was black, and that's why he needed to reevaluate who he was going to vote for and shit like that, and do all these little things. So they commit to the bit like that because their entire life they've espoused these views that are like, I'm for equality, I'm pro this, and I'm all this, and I'm all that. So in that moment when they realize that their worst fear has overcome them, because they're obviously in a lot of ways, in my opinion, overcompensating for their own racial deals via like the white knighting syndrome that I find a lot of liberal white women doing, which is fucking insanity. But anyway,
yeah,
with that kind of stuff, like I feel like that's their reputation on the line. It's time to commit to the bit, because that's the only way I can possibly get people to believe what's going on here.
Yeah.
Maybe if enough people see how I'm acting or how I'm affected or something, it'll garner empathy, sympathy, traction for truth to my side, something.
But that's, I mean, no, this, you know what it is? And I'm being honest, and I know this is it's very, let me say, it's very generalizing.
Yep.
And it is very racist, but like race specific, right? But it is generalizing. White women, and I'm sorry, bro.
Don't bring
white
my
women,
fucking wife into this, Eddie.
I'm sorry, bro.
Bitch.
I'm sorry, bro. White women, as a totality, as a generalization, have
big
words. Yeah. I'm trying to say.
Stop fucking dancing around it.
No. I am, but no.
He's telling you to stop dancing.
No, because I don't want it to be taken out of context. That's the only reason why I'm saying it. Because I'm not saying it's every white woman. I'm just saying it's a majority of white women.
Man. Like,
they haven't dealt with enough. They haven't had a lot of hardship, right? Where anybody would give a fuck. You get what I'm saying? Like, all right, black women. You can't if you was to take any other race.
Patrice O'Neal has the best bit about it, where he talks about. Yeah, so you know the bit. So
white women always go to the extreme, bro. White women are the scariest people in the world, bro. Like that's just a fact. Black women had to suffer a lot of shit. Asian women had to suffer a lot of shit. Fucking Spanish women had to suffer a lot. White women, if we're going on totem poles, white women, I'm being real, right? We're
he's going racist on every this is subtle racism to overt racism.
It's not. This is real shit.
Man, like I'm just poles and goddamn, Eddie, what are you doing over here?
You know what I meant, bro. Shut that shit up. See what I'm saying? This is why I always try to use so many different fucking words to explain shit with you dickheads. At the end of the day, white women are on the bottom of when you're talking about hardship. That's all I'm saying. Now, the worst thing that ever happened to hold on.
Olympics,
the worst look, don't fuck me up before I get this shit taken out of context, asshole. Listen, the worst thing that has ever happened to you is the worst thing that ever happened to you. That is a fact, right? But when white women when they feel like their feelings are hurt and nobody gives a fuck, oh, they go hardcore, bro. That's all I'm saying. This one was one of those joints where it felt like she saw she was about to get recorded, and she was like, "Oh, y'all about to try to turn me into a fucking Karen." And then she started freaking the fuck out, hoping that y'all wouldn't turn her into a Karen, which made her look more like a fucking Karen. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't think it was anything political or anything else with that shit. It was just this specific lady has never had to deal with anything crazy bad, right? And now she's like, oh, I'm about to be turned into a Karen. I probably love black dick or whatever the fuck. And now she's fleeking the fuck out. I don't know. I'm just guessing. She was a thick white woman.
I think that people like that haven't seen enough street fights, enough fights in public, where you realize that the only people that jump into the fight are people that are with either side of the people fighting. If you aren't with anybody, nobody's jumping in. So if you're like, oh, she hit me, and you aren't with anybody, nobody's gonna try to stop this fight. Like everyone's just gonna be like, oh, she's gonna get her ass whooped. Like nobody cares. If you aren't with anybody, nobody cares about you getting your ass whooped.
That's she wanted somebody to care because she's never been through some shit. That's all I'm saying. Like that's all of these currents, that's all that shit be happening, bro.
So that's why I said, from my perspective, and again, my perspective is my perspective. From my perspective, I often see liberal white women tend to be more of that demographic which you speak of, Eddie. That scary white woman that's never been through things, that doesn't have that doesn't have that care about her emotions, whatever the case might be. It typically, in my opinion, again, it comes in that perspective. But to say that they're on the bottom of the totem pole or whatever, like I said, I always bring up the oppression Olympics because it's kind of funny to talk about, kind of funny to refer to, but it does kind of provide that visual context that they're kind of outside of that bracket, like as in there's no fucking way they're moving on when it comes to how much they're being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? No matter who their opponent is that you put in minority groups, right, of oppressed people, women are not beating out anybody except straight white dudes. You know what I mean? So it's not like anybody fucking can ever say, oh,
you no, on the bottom.
No, I'm saying white women can't ever be like, no, we've been through some shit. No, you're literally like outside the bracket. You're not even a fucking potential Cinderella story. Like, let's be real.
I mean, but that's the thing. That's in a generalization, right? Like some of them have been. Some of them have been. So we can't deny that. We're just saying for the most part, not even for the most part, generalizing, right? If we're putting it in perspective, it's like somebody said this to me. A cause doesn't really, like a female cause doesn't really happen unless a pretty white woman jumps on board, right? Like, and it sucks, but it is very true because everybody's like, when a white woman steps up and starts crying, it's like, oh shit, we don't want this bitch to fucking go crazy, right? Like they ain't really had that much to fight for. These motherfuckers don't know what to do. Like they might fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like. What was it? I'm trying to think of the joint. It was a movement. It was a movement that no, I'm being dead ass. It was a movement.
I'm appreciating Lloyd's facial.
I know, right?
Facial expression.
It was the Trump shit. Grab him by the pussy. The whole Me Too movement shit, right? Everybody forgets that a black woman started that shit. And then when it wasn't until white women started jumping on it that everybody started paying attention.
And who ruined it? White women. Specifically, more liberal-leaning white women.
Well, I mean, whoever did it.
What Republican white women, what conservative white women was actually in that movement? Let's just be honest about this shit. It wasn't that many of them.
I'm speaking, again, in generals.
Yeah, in general, there was not a lot of conservative white women.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
I think my frustration when it comes to when we're talking about the oppression Olympics, it's generally like it can't be. Unless you were sitting at the top of the totem, this is the way I see this, our perspective on this race Olympics, like the totem pole, right? We put someone at the top, and then the rest of the totem pole is blank because, like, they are sitting at the top, whoever it is, right? Like, almost like, oh, you haven't had it bad because we've had it bad. You're like, well, we can all have had it bad. Like, it's just
the worst thing that ever happened to you is the worst thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, but the collective has perspectives, right? Like, if you were to speak.
When you devalue somebody, when you devalue something, anything, based on it is not a part of something else, that's like an equivalency fallacy. Like you can't.
But I agree with you, Loy. But we live in a society that does that constantly. I.e., we fight racism with more racism, right?
Right. So it's like, whatever the Asian American hate. You're like, well, you didn't go through slavery, and you're like,
right. That's what I'm saying.
Does that have to do with anything?
Exactly. Or well, you talk about it. If a white dude says, well, I faced any sort of, well, you couldn't have fucking possibly shot them, and it's like, look, I'm not saying that anything I've ever dealt with was anything more. I'm saying shit happened. It was what it was.
Everyone loves to go, well, did you? Well, did you?
But at the same time, though, it's a reason. There has to be a reason. And all right. I remember a white female friend of mine said, this is real shit. I think I've talked about this before, but this is real shit. She said, "Is police brutality a real thing?" And I was like, "What?" Like, she's like, "No. Like, is this something? This is." And I'm being on it, and it's going to bring back to the point. She said, "Because people basically, her belief was that people just tape these things, and then the media circulates it, and everybody thinks it's real, right?" And so she was like, "I don't think police really do that much. I think there are some bad cops that might do it, but police don't really just beat up black people or pull over black people for no reason. Like that's like she thought it was false, right? I think that a lot of people think these Karens are the same thing. They don't believe that white women do this shit on a regular. They think, oh, we just caught this shit on videotape this one time, and but nobody really pays attention to history. The reason why black people give so many fucks about Karens is because if you really understand history, the Oklahoma City bombing started off a fucking Karen. Like nobody.
Emmett Till.
Emmett Till is a. But see, that's the one that's more popularized. Yeah. The Emmett Till one is the one that's more popular. But Tulsa, Oklahoma, the quote unquote story goes, a white woman had a black elevator guy accidentally bumped her and pulled his fucking button, like his button fell off or some shit. And he I think he used a bathroom or some shit. And this white woman like basically was like, yo, he touched me. And all these people wanted to murder this fucking elevator operator.
Instead of murdering him, destroyed the entire neighborhood.
Entire city. Yeah. Bro, this shit goes like when people are like, why do black people take these Karens? Motherfucker, because we know how bad this shit gets. The worst thing in the fucking world is a white woman crying about some shit. Because she never has to cry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a generalization. She never has to cry. So in thought process in our head, right? When we see a white woman crying, we're like, oh shit, it must be bad. Oh. And then everybody comes to her fucking aid. So this bitch, and going back to this Victoria's Secret Karen bitch, she started crying because she's like, yo, every time I cry, people come to my fucking rescue and nobody's fucking rescuing me. Tell her to stop taping me. No, bitch, you fucking crying for no motherfucking reason. I'm gonna keep taping this shit. Fuck you talking about? Shit. I'm sorry, bro. That shit. Because that shit is scary, bro. Like, it's funny, but I don't think everybody understands like how scary that is. You know what I'm saying?
We're the first era where we can record everything all the time. We can actually avoid the he said, she said. Forget the bias. The fact that we can actually do it. I'm sure for your safety, record everything all the time for everything. You know?
But then that gets weird too. But my point, like back to your point, Terrence, I'm not trying to tear your point apart. But I am trying to add my perspective to your point, right?
No,
it's not a liberal. That. It's not a liberal woman shit because all of our Karens have been different. Yeah, we've had a lot of liberal Karens. We don't know this particular ladies.
I'm speaking more so again, my perspective, but more in the modern age, type. Because I admit I have a bias against that generalized group of women, liberal white women, for reasons like that. Because I see a lot of them are the morphed ones that would be like, I can't help but think of how many females I know I have seen when the 2016 campaign was going around and it was big time. I'm with her was part of the big slogan and this, that, what have you. And they were espousing all these views going about certain things and talking about Trump's racism versus all the things Hillary done, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Shortly after that, I was approaching a show and saw somebody that is in that group that I affiliate them with legitimately cross the street as somebody of a darker skin was approaching. There was a venue that we were approaching that was both of our destination. So, yeah, it's like I've seen things like that happen multiple times. And to wrap it all up, it's like you're sitting there espousing all these anti-racism and pro this and pro that type of views, but you haven't even addressed your own shit. Like
your own bias.
Your bias. Like do you ever stop and think that you rail so hardcore as a white liberal to kind of shovel over all the bullshit that you kind of hide? And I feel like, from, again, my perspective is I see a lot of that. And I find those people to be the fucking bane of my existence.
They're the worst. Like I told you, I said this to somebody that they didn't agree and they started an argument, and I don't give a fuck.
Someone started an argument with you? No.
Yeah. And I was like, I really don't give a fuck about this conversation at all anymore. Bro, I don't, when it comes, I'm independent, right? I'm registered independent.
Same.
But I dislike white Democrats, the far
Yes.
the far left ones. I despise
those. Are the types of general.
I don't like
general.
I don't like them.
I have a few friends that are actually some great people that lean a little further left than my preference or kind of along there. But I don't think they go hardcore far left Democrat liberal. But that's what I'm saying is that generalized small group, I have a really fucking hard time.
Oh yeah, no, because they're the worst ones. They're the worst ones. Because okay, but like that's not throw away like the fucking motherfucking far right motherfuckers either. Like I think everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like let's not just make it one side. It's like that shit comes full circle. It's like you want everybody right here, but the motherfuckers on either side of the point, you're like, whoa.
I think there's. Okay, so I don't talk about politics at all. I don't know much about it. I just know that the system's broken in regards to 330 million people have to choose between just two people. Like, I don't see how any of these two candidates or two parties really speaks to what it is that I want. I think that there should be like, what's that deal or no deal thing where you drop a coin and it kind of bounces around to the bottom and then it lands in the. Like, oh, that's your prize. I think that's how we should vote. Like, do you like guns? Do you like? Oh yeah, I like guns. I like weed. I like drugs. This is your candidate. Yeah, right. Choosing between one or two people is not enough. Doesn't make sense.
That the political game is fucked up in the first place. Yeah, we can always agree to that. But it's already rigged, right? In the sense of not of who's going to win. It's already on who gets the most money. Right? Who has the better marketing strategy?
It is rigged as to who's going to win.
I don't think it's rigged on that part. I honestly don't believe that it's rigged.
I think the possibility exists that it's rigged.
That it could. Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, I think it's who has the better marketing strategy. That's it. Whoever has the best marketing strategy, then that's the person who's most likely going to get the most votes. Now, if your marketing strategy, if you base it off the electoral college and you put it in the right states, then you know what I'm saying? Like you most likely gonna win, right? You don't have to spend as much money in California, New York, and DC. Why? Because they're already Democrat. Don't have to spend as much money in fucking North Dakota, South Dakota, and
swing states.
You got to spend your money in the swing states.
That's why they only
who's the most popular in the swing states?
They realistically only visit a handful of states for that reason.
Right.
They don't even waste time aside from making a couple of rest stops for like
what the fuck am I talking to you niggas for?
That's my point. Exactly.
Why am I in Hawaii?
My point exactly. Like as they're driving through as they're driving through fucking Iowa and everywhere else, they're like, yeah, I'll kiss a baby here at this Walmart and this Podunk Family Fair. But I'm really on my way to Ohio just to do my campaign there. Like, yeah.
I hate when they kiss babies. That shit is so fucking annoying.
You mean you don't want them to kiss your baby?
No.
Why not?
First off, I'll never take my baby up there. That's one. Because I don't know what them old Jesus faces been.
We are in a pandemic, sir. I'm not
taking don't touch my motherfucking baby, bro. Fuck you, yo.
I feel like politics is just a game of people getting super excited for other people's achievements, and then you just gotta like fucking cheer super hard on their behalf. No,
let's close out this one convo real quick though before we jump anywhere else.
Okay.
At the end of the day, like I truly believe, like you said, that the far left, like Democratic people, especially white women, are dangerous as
I can't
fuck.
stand them.
because they don't like it. Okay, so just so that I can get my whole thing out, what I'm trying to say is like when people go through some shit, like it becomes the norm for them, right? At work, we have a situation right now where motherfuckers have to work, right? And so some people, myself included, are like, bitch, I'm not doing all of this fucking work. Like, this is stupid. It's like, well, you get a bonus. Of what? 2 cents to the dollar, bitch? Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have managers show up to work, guess who has to work that shit? This guy. Mm-hmm. So, like, when I work this, I'm like, dog, I'm fucking tired. I only had 1 day off this whole week. And then I had shows. So I didn't have time to spend with my kid, my girl, my fucking, you know what I'm saying, myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm not trying to be.
Masturbation joke.
Hey, he's going for distance.
Hey. I build up that endurance. He can go the distance.
So, but all I'm saying though, right, is some people get used to that shit and it becomes the norm, right?
Yeah.
So when they don't have managers, they're like, hey man, like it's some bullshit, but you know, I'll just do it. And they don't complain because they've been through it so many motherfucking times where you get a person who's trying to get the fuck out of it and then they complain because they like, y'all don't want to fucking do this shit. This is stupid to me, right? Now, who's the winner on this side? But then every blue moon, you catch the motherfucker who's like, he complains and he don't want to do it and he don't cry that much. So when he do start crying, he used to be this guy. Now he's this guy, and now he's way past this guy. And that's what the Kerns, that's what we scared of with the Kerns. It's like they don't fucking deal with it a lot. So when they start crying and they do it too loud, motherfuckers like, oh shit, we gotta pay attention to this shit again. And you know what I'm saying? Like we always relate naturally, we relate to people who look like us, right? So if the majority of people that are in power are white, then a white person starts crying, right? Majority of the people in power, not majority, some of the people in power are going to go with them on their side without even hearing the whole story. Dude, I literally saw people upset that the girl kept taping Karen. Like they was like, yo, why didn't she just put her phone away? That was crazy. Like you just have somebody running around the store chasing you with a phone. She chased her. What the fuck are y'all talking about? She was literally chasing her.
But do you know how much the Blair Witch Project made? And that's all 2 hours of being chased.
So that's what so since you're finished out your point, that's what I'm saying with my point with the left-leaning liberal women. I'm not disregarding the far right. But we know they're there. I equate it to like the earth, man. We know about the earth. We understand the earth for the most part. We understand how it works for the most part. But we don't understand the universe. When it comes to some of these democratic left-leaning type of people, specifically on the white side, they're kind of like the universe, man. We don't know what the fuck you're getting. And I think that's dangerous as fuck.
And I think that's kind of my observation is that, the far right, we know what they look like. We know where they're from. We know we can find them at rallies. Like, we understand.
They don't hide it. They don't try to hide it.
But it's consistent. To the set of the watch. You can set your clock to it. It's exactly what you expected every single time without fail. There's no M. Night Shyamalan shit. But on the left, man, it's shit's fluid. Shit is way too unsolidified. It scares me. I don't know which conversation I'm getting into a lot of the times.
Yo, that just scares the fuck out of me, bro. Yo, on some other news, did you guys see that they start sentencing the rioters?
Yes, 8 months.
Motherfuckers.
And you know, like a felony.
I saw like quite a few.
I wish you would have ran into the Capitol a long time ago.
I thought quite a few people were just paying like $500 fines. Like I've seen a few of them. Yeah. My understanding was the video evidence proved that all they did was go in and just kind of stand there.
Whoever their lawyer was vicious then, bro.
But yeah, still like
we didn't see just standing there, bro. No, you initiated a crime where death was done. I don't know if
criminal trespassing.
No, dude, I don't know if you guys have ever had friends go to jail because they were at the scene of they were in the car when somebody went in and robbed the store. I have 2. Literally in the car, friend goes in, supposed to get some chips, robs the store. One shoots somebody, one does it. The one that shoots somebody, everybody in that car gets life.
Yep.
You know,
I'm
that's
just
the shitty
saying,
part is because
if you run into the Capitol,
come on, bro.
Well, I mean, isn't that treason? Isn't that terrorism? Isn't that like unlawful?
I didn't even give a fuck about the treason joints, dog. I thought they was gonna get 15, 25 years, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
The Brizzy.
I mean, that's what I'm
somebody
saying.
died.
Like, yeah, 8 months, 8-month felony.
So to be fair, and I always try to be fair. To be fair, I imagine there's some sort of triage thing, right? To where you don't want to necessarily throw the book at everybody.
Yes.
I don't know. I would imagine. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure it out. I don't know if it's maybe some sort of political strategy, which I would think that's probably how it goes. Maybe there is a lot of video evidence with DC having the amount of cameras that they do that there were people that just randomly wandered into the Capitol, but I still don't know how that fucking happens. I don't know,
bro.
But man, I'm just trying to be fair. I'm trying to provide a different perspective.
Nah, bro, this shit. I'm always the fair motherfucker. I'm always the look at it both sides motherfucker. Bitch, you ran into a building,
right?
Unlawfully.
Hey, I'm with you.
Unlawfully broke an interest in the building. It doesn't, dude. You do understand that if all right, Paul.
I'm just trying to think it out myself to make sure I can stay where I'm staying with my opinion.
Let me help you get there, brother. So a couple months ago, we had fucking Black Lives Matter riots, right? Everybody, that's they labeled them, right? Black Lives Matters riots, right? All these riots coming from the Black Lives Matters movement, and the Black Lives Matter movement was some shit because they approved all these fucking riots, right? One of those fucking cities, they arrested like 36 fucking people, right? Inside of a fucking shopping mall, right? Or a shopping center or whatever. They arrested. Now, they all got charged. Not all of them had goods on them, but they all got charged. You know why they all got charged? Because they went into a building that was broken into. Doesn't matter if you wander in this motherfucker or not, bitch. They broke into the fucking Capitol.
Okay.
You fucking walked in behind them. I don't give a fuck if you touch nothing, nigga. I don't give a fuck what the black you listen, and then you can't even say is we trying to do this on white people because the black dude that went in that joint, it was like I was just trying to see what was going on. A shit ton of black people condemned that motherfucker. It was like, oh no. Yeah, he gotta go too. You gotta get arrested too, dickhead. Because you shouldn't have walked in. That was stupid.
Like a mall.
Nothing else about it. It was stupid.
A mall makes sense, right? Oh, is it a drop? Whatever. I've been to this mall. I've been here before. You've never been to the Capitol. When you go to the Capitol, you have to get armed guards, metal detector, all of these things. Like there's not a supreme drop at the Capitol. Like you don't accidentally wander into the Capitol through a window that you had to scale up to. That's not an accident.
You don't walk like now. You can say I was going with the crowd, like you know how like people say I was going with the flow of traffic. Okay, you can do that shit. You can say that shit all you want to. There were multiple exit ramps, motherfucker. So like you didn't think they was gonna go in the Capitol and then you couldn't get out. Oh, okay, motherfucker, take that L, bro. But most of these motherfuckers that they took these pictures of, the first dude that they gave 8 months to, that motherfucker was out there fucking actively trying to get in, bro. So what are we doing right now, bro? Like this shit is fucking. Listen, I don't use the race card a lot, right? I really, and I'm not going to use it here. I don't use the race card a lot. No, because I just want to make sure this point is made, right? I don't use the race card a lot.
I like that quick caveat. I don't use the race card a lot.
I'm going to.
And I'm not going to use it here.
I'm not going to use it here. What I am going to say though is one of the things that I always do when people talk about race, I say, what are the rules? Right now, if you gave me a rule, right, and I followed the rule, right, and then the only difference between me following a rule and somebody else following a rule was race, that's racist, bitch. But if I at any point disregard the rules, then I just got to take that. I got to take that L, bro. Like, because I can't call racist because I didn't follow the rules, right? Really good point, right? The fucking NBA when they tried to change the agents, that the agents had to go to school, right? The rule was You did not have to go to school for an agent. You just had to work underneath agents, right? You had to work underneath an agency before you could start an agency. That's what it was. Before you could start an agency, you had to work for an agency for a matter of years. Once you work for that agency for a matter of years and whatever, you had enough people, you could become an agent. When not Chris Paul, damn, I forgot his name. LeBron's boy did did it, right? He followed every fucking step. They didn't came back and tried to a T. They tried to change the rule to get him out. That's racist. Now, I say all of that to say, if there is a rule, now I don't think it's racist. This political bullshit, right? The rule was that if you break into the fucking Capitol, you are charged with treason. That's it. So don't fucking try to change this shit and say, oh, well, some people wandered in and, not everybody knew what was going on. They didn't really touch shit.
Now you're treasonous.
Somebody, you fucking walked into the Capitol and your actions got a person fucking killed. That's life. How any of these motherfuckers get less than 15, I don't know. And second off, DC's Fed time, homie. DC's a federal, you know what I'm saying? It's underneath federal law. So, bitch, let's do these 14 and a half years, my nigga.
Guantanamo.
Let's go. Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? 8 months, bitch?
8 months in Guantanamo, bro.
Dog, fuck that. That shit is annoying as fuck. Black, white, man. It was a couple cops in that bitch. Yeah. It was a couple cops in that hoe. It was a couple regular people. It was a couple hillbillies. It was a couple rich niggas. All them niggas need to do 15 plus, bro.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just providing additional perspective.
It doesn't look good. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
It definitely doesn't look good. And that's the thing is like, it makes you wonder who's in charge of doing this stuff, right? Like if you really cared about equality or even the appearance of equality, you would kind of feel like somebody would get this shit right? Like you'd be like, hey, here's a prime example. Kind of like we're right here in the spotlight, guys. Let's make sure we get it right.
Right.
or what's that? What does that say? Oh, we have to set an example. We have to throw the book at them to set an example. We're setting the precedent to where it won't happen again. That's not happening here.
Yeah.
Bro, this shit is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Wait until somebody storms the Capitol again or anything remotely close to it.
You've basically given, especially because I'm thinking about this out loud. So you're looking at a group that could afford to do the travel because it was a pretty significant amount of people, right?
Coming from out of state. Yep.
Not all of them were from DC because that's not how that area pans out anyways. So you have a lot of out-of-towners that could afford that. They have the time, the extra income, and you basically gave them a light financial slap on the wrist. Exactly what you said, Lloyd. Where is the disincentive to sit there and say, don't fucking ever do this again, period?
They didn't even pick a scapegoat out of the crowd.
No, not even close.
The guy that with Pelosi's feet on Pelosi's desk, like you would think like, oh, bury him under the not even
your ringleaders, your leaders in this thing are still getting the barely kicking the heel, not even the ass, the heel on the way out and be like, hey, don't trip next time, fella.
They're getting the equivalent.
They didn't arrest any of these fucknuts, bro. Come on,
they're getting the equivalent to getting brushed up against at a Victoria's Secret flipping out.
The only other thing that I could think of possibly is that it's almost like technology or analogous to technology in that we don't have a precedent for it. So maybe they're trying to weed certain shit out to set a precedent. But right now, whatever you're doing, the precedent ain't fucking being set very well.
Listen, you got to read into this shit. This motherfucker, he pled guilty. He pled guilty.
I agree.
He was like, I'm not even going to do this trial shit. Fuck it. It's over. That's why he was the first one. He pled guilty, right? They requested a year and a half. And they still gave him 8 months. Yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, what is really happening? Like, son.
They're setting a precedent, all right. Not a good one.
They just set the precedent. Like, this has never happened before, right? So now you have said... Like, you do understand how law works,
I think everybody who has ever had to go to court at least once in their life understands how law works, right? They have a fucking precedent, right? Then they put that shit in a law book. When something has never happened again before, the fucking judge who starts the shit, well, they go off of his fucking thing. So this bitch ass nigga just gave him 8 months.
That's what I'm saying. Like if this
nigga,
were
somebody
even
about
what
to
it,
get a month, like nigga.
And the problem is this. The problem is this. They had enough financial resources to do what they did, right? They probably aren't working at Walmart. A felony on their record is not going to change the fact that they probably own businesses and all that. Like they are $500. Okay, yeah. I spent more of that in the hotel. I spent more of that on the Trump Tower.
It's one of those unfortunate things that you sit there and you're like, again, if you're like, where's your public affairs agent, if nothing else, to come out here and say something, or your guy behind the scenes that's your public affairs guy that's shoring all this shit up and poking people and saying, guys,
right.
Yeah, on paper, look across. Here's every headline, and it all reads the same shit. You know how you can change this and make some good shit? Oh, you don't want to do that?
Off right now.
No, they have that guy.
Tell you
that guy's in that guy is in the room, and he's doing exactly that. And they're like, yeah, we'll get back to you on that one,
bro.
And then they close the door
because he get an apology.
No, they're actually like,
he had a sincere apology.
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't know I couldn't do that, and I won't do it again.
No, y'all know what the hell it actually is.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
What it really is, right?
Won't happen again. What is it?
They're sitting there doing this shit. They're like, yo, that's Teddy's cousin, man. Like, let's cut him a break.
No.
So, good people.
I
know his parents. I know
they
said
he apologized sincerely.
Illuminati.
He was early to saying that he was guilty. He didn't do any violence.
Illuminati. This is all staged, bro. This is all part of the plan, bro. This is how they keep us divided, bro. If you can't even see that there's just a semblance of credence to the Illuminati being a real thing, I'm not saying it is a real thing. I'm just saying, man, this is just too fucking perfect. This is too perfect of an opportunity to drop the ball and not perpetuate racism, to keep us further divided, to make no progress, man. Illuminati might be real, bro.
You do understand that Illuminati deals with religion, right?
It deals with everything, bro.
No, it deals with religion. Even in the fucking books for the Illuminati.
My third, fourth, religion. And fifth eyes are all the way open, bro. You not fucking telling me
that's
nothing.
Your asshole.
Yeah, that was definitely your butt.
Like I said, my third, fourth, fifth, and sixth eye holes are all open. I can see.
Yeah, you got 2 eyes in the back of your head and one on your butt, huh? Gotcha, bro. Just to see that little wee go in and out. How many episodes in a row now has Eddie made gay references towards me, butthole coming on to me and everything? I'm not coming on to you, bro. I'm just saying you want your 6 eye open. We told you it was your butthole. You was like, well, it's open.
It's wide open.
It was wide open, bro. The fuck
emotionally,
you back there for, bro?
Right now, emotionally, I am that white woman crossing the street because I see you coming, Eddie.
Protect your neck, nigga.
I'm crossing the street with my dainty white legs. You scare me.
Who's that lady?
What else we got, man? What else happened in the news besides Bill Cosby got out?
Man, Bill Cosby got out. We got an
NBA
about series going down to the damn wire, and it's looking like Chris Paul might still not get his damn championship. We got freaking Trump saying things, and white people still going crazy. We got COVID coming back, but it's not coming back.
What did Trump say? I didn't see. Well, first off,
he's like, hold on, let's do NBA. He says something. Yeah.
Let's do NBA real quick. Lloyd doesn't watch NBA though. So.
I do. Know what I'm saying? Just not this finals because it's boring and I don't care.
COVID coming back. We got
COVID it's been actually really good, bro. This final series has been really good.
Just 2 teams I don't care about.
The teams you don't care about, but the players you do.
I don't.
You don't give a fuck about Chris Paul?
Man, you kind of got to cheer for Chris Paul.
You got 16 years, no ring.
My favorite day is the day that Chris Paul's trade to the Lakers got vetoed. I I celebrate that day every day of my fucking life.
You're a complete dick.
You would have gotten a ring too.
Yeah,
you gotta celebrate.
Dick,
you gotta celebrate Devin Booker, man, a young up and coming talent that is looking real gnarly. You gotta celebrate the other side, man. The Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, man, put some stuff together.
I gotta do it.
We wanted it more, man. We wanted it more.
Milwaukee's one of my favorite. Milwaukee's one of my favorite cities in the country to go visit and drink and hang out in. But I don't care about the Bucks. I don't give a fuck about the Bucks.
Jennings, I know Milwaukee Bucks.
And then Arizona. Don't place. You can keep your team. I don't care about it. Nobody gave a dick about the Suns a year ago today and moving backwards.
You're not wrong, but that goes to show how much Chris Paul really does change every culture with every team
that he goes to.
It's undeniable. Even with my shit ass basement team of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He turned that entire culture around of a bunch of young dudes. It obviously, you see when he left, it was like 2-80. Like it's a ridiculous record. But they had all the same players for Phoenix prior to Chris Paul, for the most part, prior to Chris Paul's arrival. And you look at how he just facilitates the game to maximize everybody's potential.
Oh yeah, the point guard. He's the point guard, baby.
He's amazing.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, bro. It's just
it does matter, bro. Stockton never won a ring. Stockton never won a ring.
Yeah. Always made, never the bride.
Pistol Pete never won a ring.
Motherfucker,
Pete made a movie about him.
Did win in Boston?
No, I thought he didn't.
Maybe you're right.
And that's your guy. You would know more.
Yeah, I wasn't born then. I'm just trying to remember. Old white guys.
I wasn't born when Larry Bird was beating the shit out of black dudes, but
all little white guys running around in black and white.
Glory days.
They all, when they've won 11 championships, you kind of forget who's on the team.
Damn it!
Anyone? Anyone? No, just me. Okay.
Nobody gives a fuck about Boston, bro.
In the 50s.
And he only played for Boston for 1 year.
1 year, right. And he was a shell of himself. He had no knees. Bobby Orr had more knees than he did.
Dude, I remember I thought Pistol Pete was this all-star basketball player, and then come to find out we only gave a fuck about him because he was white and bald with black dudes. I didn't even know. Yeah. I swear to God, I didn't know.
Every time I see video of Pistol Pete, I can't not hear what is that sweet Georgia Brown song, the Harlem Globetrotters song. And that joke went.
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember it though.
I celebrate every white person that's still in professional sports. Represent, baby.
So I was listening. I heard this conversation. I shout out Brilliant Idiots. I think they were having a conversation, but they was talking about how sometimes what is it? Oh no, that Dirk Nowitzki and what's the boy right now in Dallas?
Luka.
That's fucking disgusting. Luka Doncic, Porzingis,
Crispus,
all the white dudes that are good. That they're not celebrated because they're not American.
Yeah.
They were if you're a white dude, the American white dude that can ball, that's why we love Tyler Hero so much. Because he was a white guy that was balling out with all the black guys.
That's why we love American. Brian Scalabrine. Okay?
Who the fuck is that?
From the Celtics. White Mamba? You don't know who White Mamba is?
They do call him the White Mamba.
They do.
White Jordan. They called him White Jordan when he was in college. He would play for Villanova, right?
I don't know. Nobody cares about that. But if Michael Rappaport played basketball, it would look like they were related.
Yeah, no. Is okay. Did he play for Villanova?
No, he played for Boston. He played for Boston.
No. You remember when Villanova won, and it was a white guy that basically won the championship for him? God damn. He was on the bench because he wasn't. No. He was supposed. Yeah, because he was supposed to be. He was on the bench because they wanted him to be the star player for the next year. But he came into the championship game and balled his fucking ass off. I think he scored 27 points or some shit. They gave the MVP to the main dude
but he became like I forgot his fucking name, bro.
Let's go, Whitey.
So did everybody. Everybody forgot.
Yes,
no, I think he plays for Boston. He got picked up.
They just call him
Whitey.
Whitey.
Got picked up at Boston. He said, "Call him Whitey."
That's it, man. Just thank you, Whitey, for representing. In the waiting years of white people being relevant in sports, man, thank you for your service and commitment to our team and our championship in the run that he had.
Always my favorite joke when Mayweather was fighting Floyd, or sorry, Mayweather was fighting Conor. It was like same thing, yeah. Mayweather versus Conor. It was like, do we root for a white foreigner or a black American? Which one do we root for?
You can't have both, motherfucker.
The world is torn.
Yes.
I'm still looking up this dude. I'm trying to look up the dude that you were talking about, Lloyd.
Brian Scalabrini.
Brian Scalabrini? Nah. Is he a shooter?
No, he's like a small forward. But he played when he won a ring with the Boston Celtics in 2008, whatever year they won.
Oh, brother, if I thought it was somebody you were talking about right now, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
About that guy.
You get the fuck out of here.
He played with fucking
You brought up fucking Pete Maravich.
The Big Three?
Yeah, he played with the Big Three. White Mamba. Just Google White Mamba. That's it. Literally just put it in there. And it's the guy that looks like.
Be very careful. Be very careful because you might get a picture of my dick.
Fuck a white mamba. Get the fuck out of here.
That's what happens when all three of us are back together, Eddie. That dick joke was just for you, just for that moment.
Luckily, my fucking headphones went out and I didn't hear it. That's why I just came back.
My dick be like that mamba. It likes to sit up and spit.
Yeah, I could have went without hearing that. I could have went without hearing that at all, bro.
I hope the next time you come in your lady, it just that goes in your mind.
Wow, that's not. Now that you said it, it's definitely not. And I hope
it's going to, and it's gonna fuck with him because as he's coming, he's just gonna see my stupid ass face.
That like sounds like the sound that like LeBron makes when he throws out the white powder.
I can't, yo.
Space Jam? Did anybody watch Space Jam?
I got it queued up to watch.
I
got it queued up to watch with the son, man, because it's on HBO Max. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it with my daughter, bro.
But like I said, I was unplugged, so I was enjoying the fam, enjoying some fishing, enjoying some sun, enjoying some remoteness, man.
What?
It's beautiful.
We are remote. We're doing this we're remote, working remote.
I meant like in the middle of nowhere kind of remote.
You are in Omaha. That is.
I thought you was talking about he plays for the Bucks. That's why. I was like, yo, like I know he's in the NBA.
We passed
Dante DiVincenzo.
That's old and dead.
Nobody cares.
Old and dead.
I literally can't believe we're still talking about this.
So all right, all right. Do you think? All right, and this is real shit. Do you think white boys that play basketball get more credit? Is it kind of like a?
Yes. Okay. It's for the same way that like I would get more credit walking into a black room. Like
yeah.
Oh, Lloyd, yeah, too, yeah, and
why do you think I do it?
Yeah, like you get a little bit more. Oh wait, let me backtrack that. You get more credit when you're funny. Because if you ain't funny, they're gonna fucking let you know. Period.
Right? Because I could do the work. Right? Yeah. I get more respect just doing. I don't want to say the baseline, but just doing the work. I get more respect because we didn't expect you could do the work.
Exactly. But you can't just walk in there as like I'm a random white guy. I'm gonna make you laugh because I'm a white guy.
Because I've done it before in other rooms.
Hey. White privilege.
Because I'm a white guy.
And I've been told I'm funny. They said white guys can come up here and kill a black crowd.
Yo, hold on. The only white guy that I know that can get away with that is damn, I can't remember his name right now. I'm so mad.
The only white guy to get away with it is the guy I don't remember.
No, yeah, I know, right? No, I can't remember his name right now, bro. From Baltimore with the glass. I think he won run the light competition one time, Lloyd. Tall white guy with the glasses.
Literally,
that's my boy too.
Talking about Rob, right?
Who?
Not Rob Mayer.
No. Rob Mayer ain't doing
no, not him.
boy.
Damn it. Robert Mack.
Robert Mack?
Robert Mack? No, not Robert Mack ain't doing no competitions either, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. What are you talking about? You just named 2 veteran comics.
Well, no, I mean, you literally didn't narrow it down. Tall white guy with glasses.
I didn't hear the competition.
Robert Mack and fucking Rob Mayer are not tall.
Taller than me. You literally asked me. I'm 5'6".
Robert Mack is like 6'4".
Robert Mack is tall. Rob Mayer is not.
Rob Mayer's not tall.
But anyone that's over 5'9", anyone in the vicinity of 5'9", I think is tall.
I'm
when y'all talk about tall, y'all talk about my height.
I'm 6'1", and Robert Mack is taller than me.
You're not 6'1".
I am 6'1", and he is taller than me.
You're not.
Well, he's definitely taller than you. 6'1", okay, but he's definitely taller than you.
Regardless, Robert Mack is a tall dude, but yeah, you didn't narrow that down. Oh, tall white guy, glasses.
Robert Mack was the only good guess, but I can't remember his name. Anyway, like, yeah, you know what
that's like saying, tall black guy without glasses. Like, you've narrowed it down to nobody. Thanks.
Why don't you know who he's talking about, Loy? You fuck.
You're dumb.
I don't know why you're yelling at me.
I don't either.
I'm aggressive.
Yo, we have 1:10. Y'all ready to wrap this up, or y'all want to talk about something else?
You know, I got nothing. But I'm gonna go eat after I'm done with this. So sure.
Man, I'm about to go eat too.
Well, some of that yeet yeet skeet skeets in Eddie's life, and then as he comes,
about to hit up. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
With it, that's why I'm mad with it.
That is the most horrific thing I've heard in my life.
Whatever you want, whatever you need.
Eddie, never do that again.